We thank God for how far we are, where we are headed. And we are having this conversation looking into the past, the present, and the prospect for the future. How far so far? What are we doing that we need to do better? What have we done that is affecting where we are at the moment? This shall be our focus as we talk from now till some minutes before noon. And just as it's our custom, we have veterans and bright minds in terms of journalism and reportorial in Nigeria and beyond. I have, yes, you get to meet them in due course. Yes, where we will talk extensively on Nigeria at 64. There are also reactions here and there with regards to this very celebration of ours. Clocking 64 years isn't a child's play. We'll be talking extensively on this, yes. And joining me to have this deep-rooted conversation, I have my producer, Mr. Michael Abiodun Olariwaju. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Joseph. Good morning, every listener around the world.
We are glad to have you once again.
Yeah.
Yes, I also have life in the building. I call him, yes, an elder statesman, mentor. We share the same first name, and it's a great privilege to have him in the studio this great morning. I have Elder Wole Adedeji. Good morning.
Good morning, Joseph.
It's a pleasure having you.
Good morning out there.
Yes, sir. I also have my brother and colleague in the building. I have Mr. Abiodun Akewumi. Good morning.
Good morning, Joseph, and good morning to all our listeners.
Yes.
I wish us an happy Independence Day.
Happy Independence Day celebration. Though some persons are kind of indifferent about it, and maybe that is why we choose to start the way we are starting this morning. But irrespective, we thank God for life, and we are glad and happy that Nigeria is growing. Yes, so much to say. We will talk extensively on these issues. And you joining in for the first time, this is Editor's Hangout, where we talk as journalists, leaving our pen and papers to add a voice to issues affecting us as a people. Okay? And we talk as a member of the fourth estate of the Ram, where we know we say things even behind the scenes. We do all we can, the best way possible, to advise individuals, especially those at the corridors of power, to make things work better. And today you can join us for this conversation while we talk extensively. We are live on all our social media blogs. We are live on YouTube at Diamond FM Ilorin. We're also live on our Facebook, Diamond 88.7 FM, and also on our website, www.diamondfm.net. You then click on the play button. You will be able to reach us live and direct. In due course, we'll be opening our studio lines for you listening to also make your positions known, just as we used to appeal. Go straight to the point, be as brief as possible. 0913 6556 864 is the WhatsApp number. Go straight to the point in your messages, and also call in via 0913 6556 952. These are the lines, okay, we will be using at the moment. Yes, sincerely so much to say, but before I delve deeper into this conversation, I want us to take a listen to Mr. President's nationwide address on the 1st of October. That is yesterday. He addressed the nation. So many individuals are already reacting since this nationwide broadcast. Let's take a listen. I will be back to talk extensively on this.
Of our people today is the high cost of living, especially food costs. This concern is shared by many around the globe as prices and the cost of living continue to rise worldwide. The economy is undergoing the necessary reforms and retooling to serve us better and more sustainably. If we do not correct the physical misalignment that led to the current economic downturn, our country will face an uncertain future and the peril of unimaginable consequences. On the security front, I am happy to announce to you, my compatriots, that our administration is winning the war on terror and banditry. Our target is to eliminate all threats of Boko Haram, banditry, kidnapping for ransom, and the scourge of all forms of violent extremism. Within 1 year, our government has eliminated many Boko Haram and bandit commanders faster than ever. As we work to overcome the challenges of the day, we remain mindful of next generation as we seek to galvanize their creative energy towards a better future. We lead today with the future we wish to bequeath to our children in focus, recognizing that we cannot design a future that belongs to them without making them its architect. Considering this, I am pleased to announce the gathering of a national youth conference. This conference will be a platform to address the diverse challenges and opportunities confronting our young people.
Yes, that's the voice of President Bola Tinubu during his Independence Day address to Nigerians. So much to say. Issues have been raised. People are also reacting. Sincerely, I'll take reactions. First of all, the People's Democratic Party on Tuesday, which is yesterday, has berated President Bola Tinubu's allegedly making false claims of achievement in his 64th Independence Day speech. The opposition party claimed that Tinubu's speech exposed the ruling All Progressives Congress insensitivity to the struggles of Nigerians. But in a reaction, the APC described the PDP as a frustrated party seeking relevance. In a statement released still same day, the PDP National Publicity Secretary in person of Debo Ologunagba described Tinubu's speech as a complete waste of time, end of quote, emphasizing that it failed to address the pressing economic and security issues currently plaguing the country. For sake of time, I will be muting here in a bit. We'll be making reference to this back and forth, APC, PDP. The speech has been given out already. What we want to see now is results. We already see reactions and counter reactions. Elder, let me start with you.
All right.
How far so far with Nigeria? The reason why I find myself privileged with you've tasted life before now.
Yeah.
You're tasting life even at the moment. Can you weigh the two divides? Assessing Nigeria at 64.
Let me start by painting the picture of what it was then. We were children, and they used to call it Empire Day that time. That was when the military, the colonialists were there around, and it was well celebrated.
Wow.
That was the time, your senior ones who had gone to school will bring some rice home, some cups, little flags, etc., etc. And the thing was dragging on. Sweet memories.
Wow. I
remember we would trek long distances from one village to the center at a time that native authority people will take salute, local governments, etc., etc., etc. But I received a shock yesterday.
Okay.
Our Independence Day parade was done in front of Presidential Villa. And then I said, wow.
At the forecourt of the Presidential Villa, yes, the forecourt. So choosing to do it, you're not comfortable with it?
Anybody who had witnessed what it used to be in the past will keep asking. I was asking myself questions. I didn't know when the event ended because I was lost in my thoughts. All right.
I'll get back to you.
So that is to say that, well, we have come this far and it has not been quite pleasant.
We have bills to pay, Elder. We need to quickly go for this quick commercial break. It's still the editor's Hangout, reaching you live and direct from that Monday to 8.7. We need to go pay some bills. We'll be back to talk more.
Yau shi ranar allurar mu ta yi wa kai fa. Mai gida, da wannan allurar dakatar da haihuwa babu fargaban daukan ciki. Akwai hanyoyi uku masu sauki na yi wa kai allurar. Na ɗaya, zan bincini cinyata. Na biyu, zan yi allurar a wurin da na bincini cinyata. Na uku, za mu iya jin daɗin kariya har na wata 3.
Anya ba zafi?
Yar ƙaramin allura ce mai gida.
Har kin yanzu nan da sauri haka?
Ai na faɗa maka mai gida.
Domin neman ƙarin bayani game da allurar yi wa kai, ku kira mu kyauta akan layin Airtel idan aka danna 421 sannan 30 ko ku ziyarci shafin mu ta yanar gizo a discoveryourpower.org. Wannan sako ya zo muku ne da ƙungiyar lafiya ta iyali tare da haɗin gwiwar ma'aikatan lafiya ta tarayya.
Follow us on social media, Facebook, Twitter and Instagram at Diamond887FM. Diamond FM, shining supreme.
Yes, we're glad to still have you there. It's still the Editor's Hangout, reaching you live and direct from Diamond 88.7 FM. With me is Joseph Emeribe, and I have veterans and also a colleague in journalism. We are talking and focusing the Independence Day speech of Mr. President with reactions and actions taken already. So far, people are saying we expected so much. You listening will also be given the mics in due course to also react on this issue. 09136556864 is the number. You can also get to watch us live and direct on all our social media plugs. On Facebook, we are live at Diamond 88.7 FM, and on our website www.diamondfm.net. YouTube, we are live at Diamond FM Ilorin. Yes, Elder Wale Adedeji, you were saying something before we went for that quick commercial break. Yes. Maybe you quickly close in on that.
Yeah, we'll close in on that. So it has been up and down since 1960. Yes, as a nation, I see Nigeria as a blessed one. God has special grace for us. We have had our own up and downs.
Okay.
We have had our terrible times. But God gave us the grace that we overcome it as quickly as possible. One.
Okay.
Two, as citizens, it's like we have thick skin for terrible situations. And we adapt immediately.
So easily.
We went through civil war. Big nations of the world had gone to civil wars, and for centuries they have never fully recovered. We went into it. I mean, surprisingly, in 30 months we got out of it, and we are still trudging on. But all the same, we cannot say it has been the bed of roses all along, and we have our problems, peculiar problems, and to the extent that it's like we become insensitive to our issues, and we lose focus on how to tackle such issues. That has been our experience in the past 64 years.
So much. Yes. Maybe I'll switch the mics before I go to Mao. I know Mao to look at it from that perspective. I want Mr. Akinwumi to quickly add his voice on this issue. Our lines are buzzing already. Assessing Nigeria now, and then, so much to say in terms of our security, so much to say in terms of our economy, so much to say in terms of, the standard of living. Before now, we used to have reports. We got a report of how the Naira used to compete with the pounds back in the days. Now Nigeria is 64. And what we are seeing is, please bear with us. Things will get better. I don't know. How do you say this?
Well, it's a pity, and it's a kind of a situation. It's a bad situation that even as young as I am now, we're talking of early 2000, early 90s. As time that is even better than now. And that time that even people like Edam, I always say is even getting worse in the 90s. So if someone like us that's going to school, primary school in the 90s, secondary school in early 2000s, and we're even talking about that time as even better than now. So what will the generation that are yet to born that will go to school in 5 years, 6 years time, what would they say? So that means it has been a situation of from fry pan to fire, so to say, for an average Nigerians, because an average Nigerian cannot have 3 square meal as you are. Even those that are working class, even the so-called minimum wage that they have approved now, is it a take home for? Is it someone that can take a single someone that is not even married? Can he take him or her home? Talk less of someone that is half a family. And so it's just a pity that every time President Tinubu gives speech, what we see is promises that at the end of the turn to empty promises. Now I will recall. The last time we asked the national broadcast, talk of that they are going to roll out bag of rice that they will sell it for 40,000 naira. Up to now, we are not seeing any. Now, the last time he talk about opening the borders for food to come in and other things. They say they're going to remove tax on some commodities. Also now we are still waiting. When it comes on board, it talk about refinery of Port Harcourt that will start working in December 2023. This is October 2024. We have not heard anything about it. So we have been early promised. That's why, as far as I'm concerned, when we still need to keep hope alive. But I'm not optimistic.
You're not optimistic
because the promise that at least is 1 year, 7 months in office now.
You shouldn't use that word on air. You're a journalist.
Okay, let's wait. Like, at least it has this 1 year, 7 months. For
others in the studio to be hopeful and optimistic. Who are you?
That's what I'm saying.
Not to be optimistic.
We still be hopeful, but I'm not optimistic.
You are preempting us.
Elder.
We can be hopeful, but I'm not optimistic because 1 year, 7 months in office.
Okay.
The promise is for us to endure. Are they enduring? Are they enduring? Now, the cost of governance is still on the high side. President will travel with more than 50 vehicles in his convoy. So at least if they are enduring too, we know that okay, all of us we are in this same shoe.
Yeah.
But what are they? They are not enduring anything.
Prior to when I will start picking calls, I can feel people already willing to talk and add their voice on this issue. I want Mao to quickly say something. Mao, you listened to Mr. President's speech yesterday. Was that your expectation? Speaking as an average Nigerian, was that your expectation?
It's not to my expectation.
It's not your expectation.
As an individual, yes.
As an individual?
Yes, because there are a array of problems which I expect